Very good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast News on Rajya Sabha TV this Saturday morning. I'm Ashwarya with you. Let us start the Breakfast News with the headlines. Home Ministry dispels rumours on Citizenship Amendment Act, clarifies that no citizen will be asked to show documents of parents or grandparents dating back to before 1971. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman clarifies that government hasn't taken any decision on NRC. Special representatives of India, China to discuss boundary issue in New Delhi today. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, China's Wang Yi to hold the 22nd round of talks. Prime Minister Modi to review progress by various ministries in the last 6 months at a meet with the Council of Ministers today. Focus to be on agriculture, rural development and social sector. For the first time in 19 years, polling concludes peacefully in Jharkhand. 65.17% turnout for all 81 assembly constituencies. Results to be declared on 23rd of December. Watch a special broadcast of the results and analysis on Rajya Sabha TV from 8 a.m. on Monday. And weightlifter Mirabai Chanu opens India's account at Qatar International Cup in Doha, wins gold in women's 49 kilogram category. In the men's 67 kilogram category, Jeremy Lal Ninunga wins silver medal. The top story this morning, putting an end to the rumours regarding the Citizenship Amendment Act. The Home Ministry has said that no Indian citizen will be unruly harassed by asking to prove their citizenship. The Home Ministry said that no citizen will be asked to show documents like the birth certificates of parents or their grandparents dating back to a period before 1971. The Home Ministry said this on Friday. In a series of tweets, a Home Ministry spokesperson said that Indian citizens do not have to prove any ancestry by presenting documents like identity cards, birth certificates, etc. of parents or grandparents dating back to pre-1971 situation. The tweet said that citizenship may be proved by giving any document relating to date of birth or place of birth or both. The Home Ministry spokesperson said that the list is likely to include a lot of common documents to ensure that no Indian citizen is put to inconvenience. And Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has categorically refuted rumours on the NRC or any alleged links with the CAA. She said that no rules or regulations have been framed at the moment for implementing the NRC and that there is no question of seeking a pre-1971 proof of citizenship or any other proof on the matter.
Now, to link the Citizenship Amendment Act, which is an act passed, with a process which is NRC, which is not even started. There is not even rules or regulation, nothing has been formulated on it yet. And I wish to state that as and when the NRC process will start, it will not start without consulting the stakeholders.
Meanwhile, Rajya Sabha MP Subramaniam Swamy and Chairman of Prasar Bharati A. Surya Prakash have also asked people to clear their doubts regarding the Citizenship Amendment Act. Speaking at the Dr. Nagendra Singh Memorial Lecture organized by the International Goodwill Society, Subramaniam Swamy said that the government's aim is to resolve the long-standing issue of illegal immigrants. He asserted that no one will lose their citizenship. Addressing the lecture, Dr. A. Surya Prakash said that the chief ministers who are refusing to implement the act are disrespecting the parliament.
They were declared by previous governments as illegal immigrants, but the previous governments, especially the Congress governments, had given them a certificate to enable them to live here as long as they wanted without being a citizen. But that was not good enough, because if you didn't want a citizen, you didn't have an Aadhaar card, it would be very difficult to get a job in India if you don't have ID papers. A piece of paper saying that you are an illegal immigrant, you are an illegal migrant, and that you have a right to stay, does not, doesn't inspire confidence of those who want to give you a good job for a long-term period. So therefore, we came to a conclusion which was recommended by previous governments.
If there are disputes and disagreements, and they will always be in a democracy, it is our job to carry on the fight within the parameters of our constitution and democratic tradition. There should never be an infringement of that. I am saying this in the context of some chief ministers who have said we will not implement the Citizenship Amendment Act. I will say, sir, never say that. Never say that. This constitutes a threat to the Constitution and to India's unity and integrity. Please take those words back. This is very, very serious.
And Union Minister Mansukh Mandavia on Friday handed over the citizenship certificates issued by the government to 7 Pakistani refugees in Kutch, Gujarat. He met the Pakistani refugees who have taken shelter in Gujarat's Morbi and Kutch districts. And speaking at the event, the minister said that the Citizenship Amendment Act will provide a new opportunity in life to the minorities who faced religious persecution in Pakistan, Bangladesh and in Afghanistan. He further added that it is Modi government's efforts to offer them a dignified life in our country after they faced extreme harassment for so many years in those countries.
आज ये बड़ी संख्या में शरणार्थी को देख के, उसके चेहरे को देख के खुशी हुई। हिंदुस्तान में शरणार्थी के रूप में वो आज दिन तक रहते थे और अभी से उसको नागरिकत्व मिल जाएगा भविष्य में, इससे उसको बहुत खुशी है और उससे वो बहुत उत्साहित भी है।
On to some other news now. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will chair a meeting of his Council of Ministers in the national capital Delhi today. In the meeting, Prime Minister Modi will review the progress of the works done by the ministries over the last 6 months. While brief presentations would be made by various ministries on various decisions taken by them, the focus will be on agriculture, rural development and the social sector. Usually, the Council of Ministers meet after cabinet meeting every month, but this time the meeting is being held independently. Today's meeting assumes significance as it would be attended by the Ministers of State and the Ministers of State with independent charge. On to the other top story that we are tracking this morning. The special representatives for India-China boundary question will meet in New Delhi today. Now, this will be the 22nd meeting between the two countries on the issue. The Indian delegation will be led by National Security Advisor Ajit Doval and the Chinese side will be led by their Foreign Minister Wang Yi. This is the first high-level visit from China to India after Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Chinese President Xi Jinping held the second informal summit in Mamallapuram in October, as well as after New Delhi pulled out of the proposed regional comprehensive economic partnership. Apart from this, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi will also meet Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu. All right, let's get a perspective on this story. Akhilesh Suman, our colleague, is now joining us on the phone line. A very good morning, Akhilesh. Akhilesh, now we have seen how, China attempted to list the Indo-Pak issue, including Kashmir, on the agenda of the United Nations Security Council. And that time it was thought that it was not just that particular issue, but also an effort to bring the disputed boundary along the Ladakh on the international stage. And now the representatives of the two countries will be holding boundary talks today. What can we expect from that meeting?
You are right, Aswarya, because China tried twice to raise the issue in United Nations Security Council, and this time it has to withdraw. So I think China has got the hint from major nations of the world about their positive attitude towards India's measures taken for peace and progress in that part of the country. But given the fact that China and India also have some issues in Ladakh area, because India says that Aksai Chin has been part of India and it is in the possession of China. Also, the passing of CPEC from Pak-occupied Kashmir, that is part of India. So I think this is also a major issue, and China wants to raise the issue of Arunachal Pradesh. And in total, we have 3,500 kilometer disputed boundary. So I think this meeting is going to be very, I can say that India will give something to China, so that China should understand that the internal issues of India is sacrosanct. And China should not, peddle into those areas, because Article 370 abrogation was an internal issue of India. It was not affecting any way external boundary of the country. So China has nothing to do with it, because whatever disputes are there between India and China, they are being solved on the mechanism, and that is why this meeting is today. Also, that the issue of CAN and all these issues are nothing of China's concern. So I think in this issue, this meeting, it is not just the issue of boundary, but there are issues, some political convergence between India and China is required, even after the informal summit in Mamallapuram, if India is seeing the same type of attitude that has been existing after abrogation of Article 370.
Yes.
So I think this meeting is going to be very decisive in and what will be the future of border talks. This will also decide. I think China tried to create pressure on India,
Yes.
but India is also going to give him a hint that India is not going to come under any such pressure. That's what
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Akhilesh, for all those updates on that story. And on to some other news. Ahead of the budget next year, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman held the 8th pre-budget consultation meeting with the leading economists on Friday. Discussions on economy, inflation, job-related growth with focus on manufacturing and services, and the revival of non-banking financial companies were held during the meeting. Earlier at the ASSOCHAM event, Nirmala Sitharaman said that steps taken post-budget have started showing results on the ground.
Even during the budget I had announced that 1 lakh crore will be given for infrastructure, and I have announced post-budget that I'll make sure that it will be front-loaded. We formed a task group, and the task group is also looking at getting the pipeline ready so that at the earliest we clear each one of those projects.
Mountaineers from Pakistan, Bangladesh, Afghanistan and China will have to take a prior permission for climbing open peaks in India. According to a Home Ministry order, climbers from these 4 countries will have to follow specific rules as prescribed by the Indian Mountaineering Foundation. Amending the over 70-year-old foreigners order, the Ministry of Home Affairs issued a Gazette notification on Friday saying that the nationals or persons having their origin to these 4 countries will have to take permission for climbing peaks which are open. In Breakfast News, we'll take a very short break. We'll be right back with more news. Don't go anywhere.
Under the One Nation, One Tag scheme, having the Fastag RFID tag on a 4-wheeler in India has become mandatory.
It is a system for electronic toll collection, where the vehicle envisages that it can cross the toll plaza without stopping to save the time of passenger and fuel and save environment also.
The vehicles would be in a position to seamlessly go through, provided that all the vehicles which are passing through the this kind of toll plazas are having this facility in place. And then only we can expect a safe commute or a smooth commute for the vehicles.
The time save, the cost save, and the management by us by keeping so many records of the toll slips. Now we don't have to keep those manual works. So there is a single entry which goes and our work is being done.
Welcome back after the break. Jharkhand recorded over 71% voting in the fifth and final phase of polling on Friday. Polling in 16 assembly seats was conducted peacefully with over 40 lakh voters exercising their franchise. And according to the Election Commission, the polling percentages are likely to increase as information from all the booths is yet to reach the poll panel. And counting of votes for all the 81 seats will take place on Monday. And the administration has made proper preparations for the counting of Jharkhand assembly elections, and tight security arrangements have been made at the counting centres. Also, additional police force has been deployed in sensitive areas. The counting of votes will begin at 8 a.m. on 23rd of December, that is on Monday, and Rajya Sabha TV has arranged a special coverage of the Jharkhand Assembly election results. You can watch minute-by-minute updates of the Jharkhand Assembly elections counting on Rajya Sabha TV right from 8 in the morning. And then along with the results and trends, you will also get to see the analysis from political experts on the issue and the promises made by the political parties, their performance. Everything will be discussed threadbare. India's indigenously developed Pinaka missile system was successfully flight tested for the second consecutive day on Friday from the integrated test range at Chandipur in Odisha. Developed by DRDO, the missile system is capable of striking into enemy territory up to a range of 75 kilometers with high precision. Similar test of the artillery missile system was conducted on Thursday. Earlier in the month of March, three successful trials of Pinaka guided rocket system were conducted from the Pokhran test range in Rajasthan. Union Minister Prakash Javadekar has said that India is well on track to achieve the targets set under the Paris Agreement. Briefing media on the discussions held at last week's United Nations Climate Change Conference, Javadekar said that India aims to reduce its emissions intensity by 35% by 2030. The minister added that India's efforts to mitigate climate change were appreciated at COP25.
भारत ने जो काम किया है पर्यावरण में जलवायु परिवर्तन को रोकने के लिए उसकी भूरी भूरी प्रशंसा की है। भारत ने लक्ष्य जो लिए है पेरिस के समझौते में कि हम हमारी एनर्जी इंटेंसिटी रिडक्शन 35% करेंगे, यानी जो कार्बन उत्सर्जन है एमिशन इंटेंसिटी, तो कार्बन उत्सर्जन की तीव्रता को हम कम करेंगे और ये 35% करेंगे। मुझे खुशी है आज ही हमारा 21% हो गया है और इसलिए हम बहुत सही दिशा में चल रहे हैं। प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने पहले पेरिस समझौते के समय ही 1,75,000 मेगावाट का लक्ष्य रखा अपारंपरिक ऊर्जा का। उस पर भी हम अच्छी तरह से चल रहे हैं और 80,000 मेगावाट अपारंपरिक ऊर्जा अभी निर्माण हो रही है। 22 तक 1,75,000 होगी।
Top international focus now. Britain's newly elected parliament has given its initial backing to Prime Minister Boris Johnson's Brexit divorce deal with the European Union. The MPs voted 358 to 234, a majority of 124, in favour of the EU withdrawal agreement bill in the House of Commons on Friday. The bill will now go for further scrutiny in Parliament. The bill would also ban an extension of the transition period during which the UK is out of the European Union but follows many of its rules past 2020. The UK Prime Minister has said that the country was now a step closer to getting Brexit done. Johnson insisted that a trade deal with the EU can be in place by the end of the transition period, but the opposition parties feel that the timescale of December 2020 is unrealistic. Sports news now. Former world champion weightlifter Mirabai Chanu has won the women's 49-kilogram category gold medal to open India's account at the 6th Qatar International Cup in Doha on Friday. Chanu bagged gold with an effort of 194 kilogram in the Olympic qualifying event, with the points which will come in handy when the final rankings for the Tokyo 2020 are done. She lifted 83 kilogram in snatch and 111 kilogram in clean and jerk to finish on the top of the podium. However, it was a performance way below her personal best of 201 kilogram. While in the men's 67 kilogram category, Jeremy Lal Ninunga won the silver medal with a total lift of 306 kilogram. And now a special segment on environment and climate change. Climate change, erratic rainfall, high temperatures, high carbon dioxide, among others, has a serious impact on tea plantations across India. The Indian tea industry is the second largest producer of tea in the world, responsible for 35 to 40% of the global production. And the Tea Board of India has joined hands with the National Adaptation Fund for Climate Change under the Ministry of Environment, Forests and Climate Change to address the issue. It was found that there has been a reduction of 10% in tea leaves production in South India due to climate change, while another report said that tree growing regions in Assam also could drastically reduce by 2050. After 85 years, over 20 days of long cold wave were recorded in Munnar in January 2019. The tea leaves wilted due to the snowfall affecting tea production. All right, let's get you the weather update. And the biting cold has continued to sweep North India with fresh snowfall in Jammu and Kashmir as well as in Himachal Pradesh. The higher reaches of Himachal Pradesh received a fresh snowfall on Friday. The Met Department has forecast heavy rain and snowfall for the state today as well. Severe cold wave conditions have gripped Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh after the snowfall. The Met Office has predicted widespread rain and snowfall in the two union territories over the next 2 days as well. The national capital Delhi is also in the grip of intense cold, which is coupled with the dense foggy conditions, which has led to cancellation of flights and also delay in train services. The officials at the Delhi airport said that 19 flights were cancelled and 5 others were diverted as the dense fog affected the flight schedule. Railway officials said that more than 100 trains were also delayed. The Met officials have forecast severe cold conditions accompanied by light rain drizzle in Delhi today. Meanwhile, a cold wave also has swept Punjab and Haryana. Hisar recorded the lowest temperature across the two states at 4.5 degrees Celsius. And with that, we wrap up this edition of Breakfast News. We leave you with a look at the temperatures across the major cities of the country. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day ahead.